Hey everyone, Coops here from the whole Box and Dice CreaYTors Challenge Series video number 2, and today we're going to be tackling a community favorite, pack wars, pack battles, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure you've seen a million different ways of the game being played, and the challenge set out to us today was to do something a little bit different with the pack wars concept. I'm a huge fan of pack wars. I love just taking packs, especially from sets you haven't played in 3, 4, 5 years, and just seeing, reminiscing about the old cards and getting that nostalgia there. So it's a lot of fun, but there are so many different ways to play it. There are so many different rules. You have no lands or unlimited mana, but one spell a turn, and that can be really fun, but then sometimes it can be a little bit interesting with like X-costed cards, so you just go for Ballista for 1,000,000. So sometimes I'm not a huge fan of that. I think I've come up with something a little bit different. It's possibly a little bit more competitive than some of the pack wars that I've played previously, but I kind of wanted to try and put a bit of a competitive edge to pack wars, so that if you are playing with your mates, you can have a bit of a game within a game, and hopefully we've been able to achieve that. So can't wait to see what everyone comes up with. If you've got some awesome ideas about your own version of pack wars, let me know in the comments. If you think this is something that you'd like to try yourself, please do let me know. Fingers crossed this works kind of a little bit. You just need 2 boosters, a friend, possibly some sleeves, depending on how much you value the randomness of the cards you're going to pull out, some dice and counters, and some basic lands, and some treasure tokens, or just some kind of special land token for this. But let's jump straight into it. I'll give you a bit of a rundown, and let's see some of the gameplay. So how do we play this wacky game of mine? Well, start off by drawing 3 cards from your deck, and neither player is allowed to mulligan. You don't lose once you are decked out. As long as you do still have cards on the field or in your hand, you are free to keep going. After their first turn, players draw both 1 card from the communal land pool and 1 card from their respective decks. The multi-land that you start with, which will be represented by the treasure token, starts the game tapped, as does the other one that you can take from the communal land pool. It costs 2 life to take it from the communal land pool, and a further 2 life anytime you want to tap either of the treasure tokens for any non-colorless mana. So what do you need to play the whole Box and Dice pack wars? Well, you're going to need a booster pack each, plus some sleeved up lands. I guess you can play without sleeves, just depends on how mad you are. 3 special lands, so we're going to use treasure tokens from Ixalan, given that we are using Ixalan boosters. So you've got 3 mountains, 3 plains, 3 forests, 3 swamps, and 3 islands. These are communal lands, so just remember that. Like I said, definitely some sleeves, or I'll definitely be playing with sleeves today, because I think it's crazy. You might open something absolutely amazing. Obviously, when you're opening the pack, try not to show your opponent, or even yourself, what is in the packs. If you open it this way, you can remove the land and the token, and you will be fine. Or unless you have a flip card, forgot about them in Ixalan, try to quickly sleeve up your flip card as quick as possible without anyone seeing. And we'll hit the fast forward button on this now, so we'll get the deck sleeved up, shuffled up. It's very important to give the deck a good shuffle, just so you mix up the rares and the commons and the uncommons from the deck. Obviously, we saw that we have flip cards. That's a little bit annoying, but hopefully you normally don't know that going in. So setting up the game, how does it look? Well, you've got your playmat. You grab your lands and you lay them out in piles of 3 between you and your opponent. Remembering that this is a communal land pool, so try not to put them all on your side. So 3 of each of the lands, and plus the special lands, so you've got 3 of them. Your opponent has 1, you start with 1, and there is 1 additional land in the communal land pile that either player can take. Like I said, make sure that deck is nice and shuffled up. Starting off turn 1, our treasure special land is tapped down, and we're going to be drawing our 3 cards. It's a Queen's Base Soldier, a Fire Shrine Keeper, and a Pterodon Knight. So no color synergy with our 3 cards. And on turn 1, we're going to be taking the mountain so that we can play our Fire Shrine Keeper turn 1. As you can see, only a couple of cards in hand, so you do need to make decisions based on what you have in front of you. Our opponent's going to take a Plains for their first turn and pass it over to us. So we get a chance on our second turn to both draw a card, Unclaimed Territory, as well as a land from our pool. We do have 1 white, 1 black. Unclaimed Territory is probably worth hanging on to in case we do need some kind of funky tribal color that we have to cast. I think we're going to take a swamp here so we can play it and the Queen's Bay Soldier on turn 2. Get another presence on the board. So we've got the 1-1 Menace, and now we're going to have the 2-2 Bear. Pass it over to our opponent after that, and they're going to take a Swamp. So just the one Swamp left in the pool. Obviously, we have our treasure token. Draw another card, and it's Anointed Deacon. So it's the 3/3 for 5 that pumps up one of our vampires. We do have the Queen's Bay Soldier, which is very, very nice. So I think we'll probably want to take that last Swamp, just in case our opponent was trying to get to the double black. And even though we don't have the mana to cast the Pterodon Knight, we can use our treasure token to pay 2 life, which is exactly what we're going to do. So you can pay 2 life, use that treasure token to be able to cast the Pterodon Knight there. So bit of an introduction, bit of a couple of turns gameplay footage for you there. Good luck. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Pack Wars presented by the Whole Box and Dice. A little bit different. Hopefully you enjoy the communal land pool and having that treasure token that you have access to, or that special land, but it does cost you some life to use. We're very, very fortunate now that we managed to pull the unclaimed territory. So cards like that certainly change the dynamic of the match. But when just doing playtesting, I really did enjoy that we got to do some, had some back and forth, and you have a couple of cards that are double black or double red, and you're just not really sure. You see your opponent take the first red, and then you're worried about potentially getting locked out of it, but you also don't know what's coming down the rest of your deck. And that was one of the big things that I liked when we reduced the hand size down to 3 cards, is that you have to make decisions based on what you have in hand, but you are trying to anticipate what else is coming in the deck, and you are kind of wary of having too many of the, the 2-ofs lands taken up, because then you've got to revert to your special land, your treasure token in this case. So, like I said, let us know in the comments what you thought of the Whole Box and Dice Pack Wars. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up button if you did. Check out the rest of the CreaYTors content creators, the CreaYTors content creators. Check out their takes on Pack Wars. There's been some very interesting videos out there for sure. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Check us out on Patreon if you'd like to support the channel. My name is Coops. This is the Whole Box and Dice. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.